You're listening to Polished Woman, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, everyone! Hi! Okay, this is one of my favorite episodes, you guys, because I'm here with all my beautiful friends. They're all polished. Yay, look at them. They're all beautiful. Yay! So, what am I going to say? Right.
You're very
Tune in every Monday, okay, 1 p.m. I'm excited. I'll have like very interesting topics for all of you guys. And if you don't understand me, then I don't know what to do.
Drink champagne. Drink champagne.
You just have to listen clearly.
Anytime
okay?
you can't understand her, shoot it.
Yeah, have a drink. Okay.
It's a game.
That could be a
Super
really
fun.
fun game.
Our topic for today is about friendship. This is so important, ladies. You have to have friends.
You do.
You don't need a therapist if you need friends. You don't need to spend $200 if you have friends, because they're the ones that you can call. They're the ones that you can talk to, shoulder to lean on when you need. And be sure to find, the right friend though. Okay.
Yes.
As we get older, it can be more difficult to make friends, but having them is just as important, if not more important than it was when we were younger. Yeah, because it's hard to find nowadays.
It really
so
is.
the challenge isn't just about finding a group of friends. It's also about finding ways for you all to stay connected. I'm not going to lie, it takes work. It's worth it though to have that community. Really, I've just said that and mentioned that, if you have them, you don't need anybody else. I mean, it's just, you don't need therapists. You really don't, because it's just amazing to have people that you can call anytime you want to, right?
That's right.
True.
Phones, the line's always open, ladies.
Yes.
And believe me, we abuse that sometimes too.
Well, but
Our husbands ain't a
thank
little
God.
sex
I mean, honestly.
And hey, you know
Hold
what?
on, babe. Just hold on. Just keep going. I gotta.
He's like, who are you talking to? As long as I name one of you, he's like, all right.
But you have to
We get a free
find the
pass.
right friend
Yes.
though. I mean, I had friends before that did a lot of stuff to me, and but it takes time to find that real friend. Okay, so the question is, what do you think is the hardest part of finding friend as an adult?
Who wants to answer that?
I feel like similar lifestyle phases that
Yes.
you're in.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we all have kids around the same age.
Yes.
We tend to be in that same zone. So I know if I'm going over to any of your houses, I'm bringing my kids. There's food involved.
Yes. Yeah.
There's some drinks involved. The kids are going to be happy. We'll
Yes.
do our own thing.
Yeah.
And you
So-
want a friend later in life too, especially you want them to lift you up.
Yes.
You don't want people who are what I call energy suckers.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
take
yeah.
like all
That's the
your
worst.
energy
Oh,
out of you. If you
yeah.
have one of those friends in your life, you've got to cut that tie
Yes.
because
Yes.
you want people to lift you up and embrace you and
true.
make
Give
you
you
feel
energy.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
you can
should
cry to
feel
them. They
good.
don't judge you. You can
Yes.
talk for an hour and they'll still listen. That kind of friend. And you can
Yes.
find them. I know it's hard and it's intimidating.
Yes.
But you can find them, and like you said, I think it's with the similar activities, whether it's through your children, other parents, or if you don't have children, it's at the gym. We all met at the gym.
Yeah.
Yes,
We
you all
did.
met at the gym,
So
by the way.
and
preschool.
We all wanted Ashley. We all wanted
I know.
Ashley Howard's booty. So we all did Pilates class.
Totally.
But I'm telling you,
trying to get
like
Ashley
last
Howard's booty.
night, we were in the bathroom. We went to that cat and nat show, whatever it was,
Yes.
super fun.
Yeah.
But there was this girl, and she was like, "I've been watching you girls all night, and you just have this connection." And she started crying. She's like, "I don't have it," and she was like, "It makes me really sad." And she's got a 19-month-old, and we said, "When you get your kids in school,
Yep.
you will find that's how we all
find
get
it.
each other,
Yeah.
you know."
And if you
Yeah.
do
Great
have
place.
a young baby at home, also those ladies at the show last
Oh,
night were
so
saying
fun.
they met at the park. So if you just get out of the house and
out.
go to the park,
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
library, to those
Yeah.
little shows, you'll naturally start meeting people, and hopefully there'll be a great connection.
Yeah.
How about like me? Like, because I came here and then I didn't have any, I didn't have
Well, you're
any
an
kids.
exception. You're not normal.
How is someone's watching?
Yeah.
Someone's watching, and she has like high school kids and came from a different state or country. I mean, how do you think they can find, new friends?
Well, how did you do it?
The gym.
The gym.
The
Hobbies.
gym.
The gym.
Yeah.
Hobbies. Hobbies.
Yeah.
So maybe find
Hobby,
what you're
yeah.
interested in, and then you dive into it, and you find people with similar interests.
Yeah.
and
Totally.
it's easy
Yeah.
that
Find
way.
your joy. And
Yeah.
actually, I think it's so important for women to remember to be themselves when they're trying to make friends. Like, if you don't go to a hiking club if you don't like hiking, because
Yeah.
don't
Don't
do
do
I
that.
see that all the time with women where they're like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I like yoga, so I'll just go to a yoga studio. No. If you don't love yoga, you're not going to meet your besties at a yoga studio. Go to, figure out what your joy is and what your passion is, and then go and do that, because you're going to find like-minded people like you.
You actually
like
have to
that.
make time for yourself and do
Yes.
something that you enjoy, and then that energy is going to pull people towards you that have that same sort of,
Yes.
Yeah.
love for life, like all of you guys do.
And Dee always says, ever since the day I met her, which is it's got to be organic. And
Yes.
I feel like Dee, that literally comes back to me so many times. Or if it's like work,
No.
If I always say I call each of you every single day, and it's because
Yeah.
I want to talk to you.
Yes.
It's not out of obligation.
Never.
Yeah.
And that's how
Never.
these friendships are for me. And if I ever feel like it's an obligation, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And
absolutely. Yeah.
Max is saying,
yeah. True.
Max is, by the way, was always here, and he's always like, I'm learning a lot from your show. Okay, when was the last time you actually made a new friend? You wanna ask them?
Well, you guys introduced me to the beautiful Sarah Stage. The other
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
She
You
was,
guys
we should
love
invite
that.
Sarah Stage here.
And
Yeah.
the beautiful
Yeah.
Christina Kuzma,
Yeah.
you introduced
Yeah.
me to. These are all
Yeah.
these are my
We
friends,
should
her
also invite
Instagrammers. What are they?
Yeah.
Influencers.
We should
Yeah,
invite
they are.
both of them here.
They were
We
lovely
should get
people.
them.
They're
yeah.
amazing.
Super sweet. Yeah.
Super
They're
sweet.
very
That's another
smart.
way you meet
Yeah.
people through other people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
keep expanding.
And I trust all of your guys' judgments. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
if you introduce us to someone, that's so true.
Had a few sneak in there, but
Well,
you know.
Yeah. But it's also too hard. It's also hard when it's too much. Like if it's too big.
Too many.
Too many.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel
True.
like this
That's
is
a
like
good point.
enough. Enough. Like, and another friend. She was here.
Melissa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has. I think it's too much if there's a lot of you.
So
I
what we're
think
saying is we're closed right now.
6 and 5.
Yeah, this
six and
group is
5
closed.
and 4 is like. Yeah, I think it's.
I get what you're
it's
saying,
good
because
enough.
to have an intimate
It's hard.
conversations,
Yeah.
real,
Yes.
you go to all
Yes.
these big parties or you're out and about, you don't
Yeah.
really connect with anybody on a deep
Yeah.
level. So it's
Oh,
nice
yeah.
to keep it tight.
I think
and-
it's
Yeah.
also okay to have groups of friends for different things.
you,
And I
Rachel.
think that you shouldn't feel guilty about that.
Yeah.
So whether I mean, honestly, but whether it's like your yoga friends, if you do yoga,
Yeah.
those are those settings, and that's great.
you could have work friends.
Yeah,
I
or
have my
your
horse
mom
friends.
friends, or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
Yes.
different
Friends.
groups that you do different things with, and you don't have to try to please everybody all
So
the time.
true.
No.
Yes,
No.
that's
really
so true.
And you don't really want to put all your eggs in one basket either, God forbid.
Well,
You
this
do want-
basket.
You didn't?
Yeah.
What do you wrong with you?
What do you
That's
say?
a soul sister kind of situation.
True. You
Okay,
didn't have a choice.
I'm sure that people will ask, and I think we have a tweet that they ask us how if there's like an argument, between us, how do we how do we fix it?
Have we ever dealt with that though? Like, I
a
don't
little
think,
bit maybe,
Yeah,
but
like here and there. But
Small.
There,
but I think it's communication.
I think
right?
it's big time
Yeah.
I think it's
communication.
always-
It's
Yeah.
before
You
it's
know
even
what,
a
guys?
situation.
Yeah.
Don't talk
Yep.
about it with everybody else.
That's
in the
true.
circle
That
and
is
everybody
true.
around.
Yeah.
True.
Talk to literally the person you're having an issue with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, what's going on? I'm feeling hurt. Just be really honest. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you
Yeah,
can do.
so like if there's 6 of us, like if we have something, they will talk about it and not
Yeah, don't
tell
go
her
read
and
and
don't
yes,
tell her
right.
and
If
not-
it's
yeah.
this
The
Yeah.
grapevine.
No.
Don't
Yeah.
telephone with
No.
your
No.
problems.
No.
Because you know what
Yeah.
happens.
And
Yeah.
I think
it gets skewed.
and be humble right away. I mean, just say sorry if you think you're wrong right away.
Yep.
Just go and
Yeah.
say.
I make a
apologize
point
right
of
away.
trying not to be reactive. So when I
Yes.
feel like I start to get reactive, that's when I kind of shut down and close off. And then I try to find where I'm responsible. And I do that on purpose because I would never want to be bitchy to you guys because I
Yeah.
love you too much.
I know.
So I'm like, where did I mess up? Like, where was this not clear
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
communication?
Remember,
or
we
whatever.
had our little situation.
We had our
it was a-
situation.
it was
Yeah.
a-
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
But I'm telling you
guys
what,
worked
the way
it
we
out.
dealt with it, I kind of wanted to kill you because you took 2 weeks to get back to me, but I stalked
It's a
you.
sisterly
But you had to
thing.
process it.
True.
You had to
And
process
I-
it.
You needed a minute.
And when I told you, I was like, I needed to take a second. Like,
Yeah.
I needed to see where, like, what I
But you guys,
had
I'm not
going
patient.
on.
I am not patient.
And she called like every day, and then finally I was like, "That's it, I'm answering the phone." And I'm like, "I'm not mad at it," but I wasn't mad at you.
Yeah.
That was
No,
nothing
I know,
bad.
I know.
It was my own thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I need to learn from this moment?
Yeah.
Take it in.
You
That's
know?
so
it
good.
never
though.
happens
How
again.
can I
That's
take
so good.
responsibility
Yeah.
and not fuck up the friendships that matter?
It's
to
good
me?
that you were persistent and just didn't.
I
let
wasn't
it
letting
fall
that one
away,
go.
You know that
I
you
wasn't
were.
letting
No,
that one
see,
go.
that's
Yeah.
so good,
Yeah.
ladies. So
Every day I stalked her, and I would even be like, "I'm calling you for the 10th time, and you're not picking up, but I'm gonna keep trying."
And then when we talked, I was like, "What do you need to hear from me as far as like a sorry or validation?" And she was like, "Well, I'm just pissed you didn't answer my phone calls."
I didn't need a sorry. I
and
was
she
just
laughed. She laughed.
Totally.
Did you guys make out after?
I was in Lake Geneva. We made
Yeah,
out.
just a few
little thing.
FaceTime. Okay, this is a very interesting question. How do you deal with needing a break from one of your friends?
I don't feel that way.
I don't feel that way.
I get lucky. I don't need
But
that.
we're so busy
Because
though.
because we outside our circle we have other friends.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
And other lives. Like
Yeah.
you've got a job, you've got
Yeah.
a job, and you've got a
That's a
job.
hard one.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel
But
like
that's
we
a hard
ever.
one. I know what you're talking about. I know what that
Yeah.
person is asking because it's like, do you tackle it head on and be super honest and hurt feelings and be
Yeah.
like, I just sort of need a minute, or do you
Yeah.
just kind of disappear? Like,
I take,
you know.
I take time with my family, so we go away on the weekends, and so there's those times where I just need to drop out and just focus solely on my kids and my husband and like whatever brings us joy, the lake, hiking, whatever, and I just go and do that.
Yep.
And then I know when I come back, I feel so grounded and so good, and I'm 100% present.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it's never a place of like, oh, I don't want to see
No.
you guys.
yeah.
It's like
we
need-
actually see each other. We want to see each other.
Yeah, I just need more time for my family.
You know what I've learned
myself.
is boundaries. And even with all friendships, you have to put up your own boundaries.
true.
Respectful for your family,
Yep.
for your husband, for your kids.
True.
And I think we've learned that, and we've
Yes.
all have respected each other's
True.
boundaries. And so we've never really had a situation like that, you know. But I have another
No, we
friendships
haven't,
when
but we have with other
when we
people.
first had our kids and we were all super close and they were like our family. We did everything together, and then the just bit of
Even the other
Yes.
night when everyone was at your house and I was like, oh, Joey and I are in pajamas with the kids. We're watching movies. Like, you didn't guilt me out. You weren't like, why didn't you come? I ordered a special
Oh
pizza
yeah,
for your
we have,
kid, which
yes,
you did.
That's
Which
so
you
true.
still did.
But I was like, just in case. Like,
Yeah.
my whole thing is like, you make it so that your house is open and people feel welcome. And if they don't want to come, no big deal. But if they do want to come, they feel happy to be there. And I don't have guilt. I don't give people guilt
Or
for
if
that.
you are
No
not,
expectations.
yeah, or if
Zero.
you are not
We're past that.
invited, just because if you're in a group and you're not invited at a certain
that's
dinner or a
annoying.
certain occasion, and you'll be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you because you didn't invite me.
No.
You're like, wait,
That's a
why?
big one.
What's
Let's-
this?
Yeah,
wait,
that's a
let's
big
talk
one.
about this.
Yeah, let's
That's
talk
really
about
big
this
with social
topic.
media
Yes.
because people will get
Yeah.
together and
Yes.
they'll post,
Yes.
and then people's feelings will get hurt. So
Yes.
this is a whole new thing.
Yes,
You know, like
it
people
is.
are
You know
dealing
where
with now. A
people
lot of
are
hurt
all
feelings.
the time.
And I think everybody needs to like pull their big girl panties up and be like, it's
Yes.
okay if other people want to hang out alone
Yeah.
sometimes
Yes.
because you might
Yeah.
want to do that yourself
Totally.
sometimes. And
Absolutely.
it's not probably no reflection of you, and nobody should get their feelings hurt.
Don't
And
take it
embrace that your friends
personally.
are having fun, right?
Yeah.
I never look at you guys and think, oh, you two are together and I wasn't included or whatever it may be. I'm like so happy. I love you guys so much that I'm so happy that you guys got time together. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that the two of them are together and I hope they have a great day. I think it's going into a friendship